So, how was it? Well, I think for the most part it did work, but well, let me start off with the lows. So, the Silver Surfer, or female surfer, was looked kind of weak, looked a little robotic with the effects. Also, when Reed was stretching, still looked a little undone. Okay, so those were the low points, and the actor has come out with this. This is a no spoiler review, but he has let us know that this will not be the Human Torch from the comics. This is a much more nice, gentle guy. He's still goofy, has a little bit of snark, but he is decidedly more likable. I didn't like him. I just felt a little saccharine, to use a big fancy term. It felt cloying. So, but then again, I wasn't excited for him in the other trailer. So, yeah. All right. So, low points are Human Torch, Silver Surfer, and some of the effects still look undone. That said, the trailer, for the most part, was really impressive. The visual look had a very distinct personality, cinematography strong, and the things that needed to work, like right, Sue, The Thing. Again, Pascal is a good actor, so I don't have an issue with the acting, but I don't know. It seems like the story will be kind of plain, where it's like he's going to suffer a crisis because they have a child coming, and then Galactus shows up. Okay, but Galactus looked pretty intimidating, and it seems clearly they're using a real life actor and they're trying to mix in the practical with CGI, and it looked pretty seamless. So again, Galactus will always look a little weird. Even in the comics, he just looks like a very bombastic character. So it will probably work for some people. I think from what we've gotten, it does look very, very good. So overall, very promising. It does what a trailer should do, make you very excited. But I do see some worrying signs. And also, no Malkovich. Yeah, I could not find Malkovich. So are they going to have like three villains? Because technically the Silver Surfer is working for Galactus. And I know there's some people who hold out the hope that we'll get the real Silver Surfer somehow. So I don't know. And then, of course, Doom, right? Doom's definitely going to have to make a cameo. So did Doom somehow lure Galactus? Is Doom in another universe and watching all this? So, yeah, some questions. But overall, as a film about the Fantastic Four, it felt, and I know it sounds trite, but yeah, it does feel fantastic. The other films looked cheap, but I would have to say the Human Torch with the 2000s version. I mean, it's popular to say this, but I gotta say it. Like Chris Evans, that one felt like the Human Torch. It felt the nice balance between being annoying and being likable. This one just felt kind of ho hum. So worried about the Surfer, worried about the Human Torch. Yeah, the dialogue too with the Silver Surfer is like, "Oh, death is comings." Doesn't sound at all like the Surfer. The Surfer does have a very like highfalutin kind of style, but I don't know, it didn't sound right. So, all right, so I have a few bad areas. Okay, that's fine. And it's actually pretty amazing that Superman has released like what, at least 2 to 3 trailers. This is technically the first official trailer, so they've been keeping this stored up, and it did not disappoint. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, but I do see some things that are going to be like, don't know. And then we have the China War in the background, so how much will it do box office? I still think this will do slightly better than Superman. Maybe not by a lot. Maybe it'll make like 800 versus Superman will make like 700 million. Both will do okay, but I think, yeah, Superman has to do way more. This does give us a lot. But there are some flaws. I noticed that Kirby, not the robot, the actress, she kind of slipped up. I felt a little of her British accent. But again, she does look good. It looks proper. But yeah, in several places, they still don't feel like the characters. So they definitely kind of rush things. And even with the reshoots, it still feels a little unpolished. But for what it is, still looks impressive. A little confused what Malkovich will do here if he's a villain. It's like, going to be helping or hurting Galactus? I don't know. It's a little confusing. So overall, impressive trailer, very promising, but a few red flags. I don't think they're going to cure the Human Torch or Silver Surfer, so that'll probably just be like, groaning in the theaters. Well, like, but still promising, especially because the jokes were not overwhelming. They felt appropriate, and it does kind of go back in between a silly and goofy tone, which makes sense for the Fantastic Four. So I approve, but I am a little worried.